Hi friends, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing the Think Twice book tag, which was created by AJ Dunn Reads and Writes and BookwormAdventureGirl. Thank you so much for creating such a fun tag that really made me think. I appreciate it. I was tagged by Sandy at Ms. Reads a Lot and Jillian at Novel Opinions, which is so much fun because Jillian tagged me on my first bookish tag ever, and it was one that had been created by Sandy at Ms. Reads a Lot, the Get Outdoors with Books tag. So it was fun to have them both tag me, and so I wanted to give credit to both of them. The first prompt today is Double Vision, a book that features twins. I just went with the first thing that came to my head, which is the Bobbsey twins. The second book is Double Talk, a book with two or twice in the title. And of course, I love it so much that I had to go with Dickens' A Tale of Two Cities. Prompt 3, same double, book with a reflection, shadow, or mirror images on the cover. I went with Dream Treaders, which I'm reading this month by Wayne Thomas Batson. I love that really crazy image there. It's going to be interesting. I'm going in pretty blind to this. All right, next. Take two book covers that look similar but are by different authors. I could not come up with anything to this. My brain just would not give me anything. I thought and I thought and I thought. So I am very sorry, but it didn't happen. I'm sorry. All right. I second that, a retelling. Well, I am going to be kind of plugging a friend of mine named Corey Garrett. She has written several retellings. She's done Jane Eyre retelling. She's done several Austen retellings. And one that I really enjoy is called Pride and Prejudice and Passports. And her name is Corey Garrett, in case I didn't say it clearly enough before. It kind of takes the Mr. Darcy character, and he is like a Republican who is working for someone that wants to kind of get rid of illegal immigrants in the country. And the Elizabeth character actually is, her family is actually in the country illegally. So I like the way the discussion happens in this book. I think she handles such a hot button issue really well. So check out Corey Garrett. She writes sci-fi too. It's so eclectic. Number 6, two can play at that game. A character who plays two roles or has an alter ego. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, of course. All right. 7, it takes two, a duology. So many people seem to have trouble with this. I love duologies, and the first one that came to my mind is Leigh Bardugo's Six of Crows and the Crooked Kingdom from her Grishaverse. All right. 8, on the double, a book told in two timelines. Well, I'm reading one right now, and of course it's escaping my brain, but it is The Souls of Lost Lake by Jamie Jo Wright. She writes suspense, mystery, dual timeline with romance in them, and this is my second read of hers, and I've just started, but it seems like it's going to be pretty interesting. All right, the next one, number 9, A Perfect Pair. The last two books you gave 5 stars to. Well, the first one is The Stationery Shop by Marjan Kamali, and this is a story that takes place in Iran, and it is a historical fiction romance, and I feel like the ending is just so beautiful and bittersweet, but not too bitter, a little bit more sweet. And the next one is A Tenant of Wildfell Hall by Anne Bronte. This was my first Anne Bronte read, and I really enjoyed it. It's told in letter format, so writing of letters is what the characters, or how the characters are communicating. I really like that style. If you don't like that style, you might just give it a try, because I think it's really good, and just be willing to DNF if you don't like that style of writing. All right, next. 10, Two for the Show, a book that has been adapted to film 2 or more times. How many times has Pride and Prejudice been adapted to film? I think a gazillion, but I think my favorite is actually the BBC adaptation. I kind of like Colin. Is that Colin Firth? Which Colin is that? There's something about him. Yeah, it's Mr. Darcy that I enjoyed. Two's Company. A book with 2 or more authors or translated fiction book. And the first thing that came to my mind was the Magisterium series by Cassandra Clare and Holly Black. It's middle grade, and I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty good. It was interesting. It was different. All right. Double take. This is the last one. Recommend 2 books you think would pair well together and tell us why. Okay, I have Hind's Feet on High Places by Hannah Hurnard. And is it Hernard? But I think that this is a beautiful allegorical tale. And my aunt gave this to me, and she inscribed the inside of it and said that every time she's read it, she has come up with a different, deeper meaning and noticed different things. And so I'm getting ready pretty soon to do this as a read aloud. So I'm getting a little glare with my kids. And then I think it would pair well with The Magician's Nephew, which is kind of the prequel of Narnia. And although C.S. Lewis did not write a straight allegory by any means when he wrote Narnia, there are definitely some allegorical elements to the Narnia books. All right, I'm going to tag some friends now. I'm going to tag Book Buds. They are a great channel. Some friends, guy and girl, great eclectic taste, love their games, love their challenges, fun channel. Next is Chatty the Mad Chatter, and she does a lot of wonderful middle grade fantasies. She's pretty eclectic reader as well, but she loves middle grade fantasies just like I do. And so I love watching her reviews of anything she has been reading. But yeah, I think we definitely share a love of middle grade. The next is Ethio Book Junkie, and she is just has such great vibes. I feel very relaxed when I watch her. I feel like she's articulate when she talks. She'll do some time-lapse stuff like with her backyard, and you're just like, wow, that seems really peaceful. So I enjoy her as well. And then last but not least is Latasha Haynes Reads, and she is a great reviewer. She reads fantasy. She's pretty eclectic. I love that her husband watches anime, and she doesn't particularly want to watch the anime, but she's reading the books that go along with the anime that he's watching, because they would give them something to talk about, which I think is so sweet. So go check out all these channels, and I hope that you read a lot. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.